Hi everyone, my name is Rima. Welcome back to my channel. So let's start creating a project by using automation AI Enterprise Knowledge Base package. So in the last session, we had discussed about that, and I told you to just export that package from here from Water Store and download that zip file and import into your taskboard, right? This automation 360 tool. So suppose you have not gone through that session, just go and watch that session first, and then you can start from here. Okay. So let me close this one. Yes. Yeah. So in today's session, we are going to learn about how to create a project by using enterprise knowledge base. Okay. So in previous session, we created this project. We Let me go back to here, and we created this project manually, right, by clicking on create new project. Correct. We created, and then when we created, then we got a project id into the url, right? So there's a two things. I'm going to create a project by using enterprise knowledge base, by using automation 360. Okay. And once it is created, then I want to know what is the project id. I will not come here and I will not search from here. I have to just create project by using this automation tool, and through automation tool only I will fetch that project id. Okay. So let's do that. So for that, let me create a task bot. Create. Let me give some name. Project. Okay. So and I'm storing, like when I'm creating this particular task bot, I want to store into the APAC AKB. If you want to store this particular task bot in any other folder, you can choose according to your need. Okay. And then click on the create and edit. So then you have to use this enterprise knowledge base package. Correct. So for creating a project, you can see here there's a one command given, right? And this is the first step of any kind of development when you are using a agentic process automation tool, right? So for that, there you are just creating, first step is creating project. Correct. And then just searching for that project id into the url. So for that, you have to just use create project command. Just drag and drop over here, and you can see here in the left right side, there's a many things it is asking. Let's go one by one. Okay. So first of all, it is asking what is the deployment type. Okay. So suppose you are working with any client business, right? And you have a license version. If you have on-prem version, right? So in that case, that url you are going to pass over here. Whatever url you will see over here now for agentic process automation, that url you are going to pass. Okay. Because in that case, if it is on-prem, then some different url it will come over here. Okay. And that URL you are going to pass here. But in my case, as I am using community version, then I am going to use cloud because it's a cloud only, right? So that is why I have chosen cloud version. Then next is API key and secret key. Okay. So API key and secret key we have already extracted from this portal, correct? Long back, we had clicked on API keys over here. Then we clicked on create keys, correct? And then we had extracted the both API key and secret key. And we already stored those both values into our locker credential vault, correct? So see, if you are totally new and you are coming directly to this particular video, I would suggest just go to the previous video into this series itself, and just watch one by one. Okay, then only you will know like how to get the API key, secret key, and where because I have stored into the credential vault, right? So that steps are also I have shown in that previous session, correct? So just choose your API keys from the credential vault. Click on choose locker name. So my locker name is APAC locker, and credential is APAC keys, and here I have to choose API keys. Okay. Then secret keys are also like I will follow the same step. Just choose your locker, choose your credential, and then choose your secret attribute. Okay, then here, as I told you, I want to create a new project into agentic process automation tool. Okay, and we can say EKB tool. Okay, EKB enterprise knowledge base. So in that case, if you need to provide a project name, so let me provide some unique project name. which is not available there. So I will say learning API. Okay. And I will mention taskbot automation 360. Okay. And then description, we can mention any description for creating custom. Okay. And then the project type should be generic only, and assign what. So suppose when it will create this project now, in form of response, it will generate a project ID. Okay. So that project ID will come into here. Okay, in output. So you can store into any one variable. You can just say that you just create one variable, project ID. Okay, click on create and select. So what I'm doing here, this is the one line of code where I'm creating a project, and I had already added my API key, secret key from the credential vault. I had added my project name, which I want to create, and then description, then the response, the project ID, which it is going to generate. I'm storing into one variable, string type, that is a project ID. So the next step, I want to print on the screen to just verify it, okay, whether it's correct or not. So let me click on message box and then choose your variable, project ID. Okay, and now this code is ready. Let's run it. Save and then click on run. Yeah, so let's wait for that, and let me come here and just see that the new project, whether it is creating or not. We'll need to refresh it. Once it will generate that, you can see it is running to that particular command, create new project. We have two command only, right, written here in this particular code. One is a creating, and the another is a message box where it is going to print that particular project ID. Yes, you can see here it is generated the project ID. Okay, and let's see that whether it is created that project or not. Let me refresh this, because I can see that project ID here. Okay, what I will do, yeah, you can see here APAC Learning API Automation 360. It is created. Okay. Now I need to verify whether this particular ID, project ID, which it is generated, whether it's correct or not. And how we can verify it? You just need to click here in APAC Learning API and just see that the same ID, right? It is the same ID, correct? Created. So just copy this one, and because we need this ID somewhere, right? I'll close this one. Suppose you don't have access to this AI automation anywhere, right? So definitely you are going to save this ID somewhere, right? Because for next action is maybe you are going to interact with any agent from backend side through API calls, and there you need a project ID, correct? So that is why just save this when you are getting that ID from your message box through your taskbot. Now, just try to save manually anywhere. So I'm just opening a notepad and I'll save here. Okay. So, so in the next session, I'm going to explain you about the other package. Okay, like same package, other feature. Just now we learn about how to create a project. You have seen that. Now I want to do means chat with the agent. I want to do a chat with the agent from this AI platform. Okay. So for that, I will use ask question. So in the next session, I'm going to explain you about this particular function. Okay. So in this particular session, whatever we learn, and if you have any kind of query and suggestion, please write down to my chat area, And let's connect into the next session. And if you have any kind of doubt also, now, right, you can write. I will help you to clear your doubt. Uh, thank you so much for watching this video, and just keep just like this my channel and subscribe it. Thank you so much. Bye.